When the morale of a soldier is high, he can do anything. Let me say that again. When the morale of a soldier is high, he can do anything. He's got no money in his pocket. He's got no money in his bank account. Zero is in his domiciliary account or dollar account. But he will go to the war front, he will go to the battlefield, and he will fight and win. It's like saying there is a commander, and the commander is actually controlling the guys that fight. So he calls some of the guys in the theater. Say, I'm coming to visit you people. I'm coming for a visit, a brief walking visit. Tell the boys to be ready, that I'm coming. The guys in the theater, the commanders in the theater, they rally the boys. Say, the big dog is coming. Say, great. The big dog shows up and all the theater commanders comes out and he rallies all the troops. The big dog begins to make fantastic statements. See, you guys are great guys. I love what you guys are doing. Awesome guys. See, we can see victory in the horizon. So we're going to win. We just need to do a few things. Modify some things, tweak some things, change some things. Some of the things you guys say you want are your concerns. We adjust them so you have no concerns. That money aspect, we know you want money, but don't worry, we are working on it. Do you know what that will do to the soldiers? The morale of the soldiers will be pumped up. The morale of the soldiers will be so high. They go to war, they want to kill anybody. They go to battlefield, they become trigger happy. So when we talk about market psychology, that's exactly what we mean. So these guys should be alive to their responsibilities and realize that they have the capacity to swing mood of investors. They have the capacity to boost investor confidence and all of that. So what we have just seen, there's a solution to it. Nobody's perfect. So how do you solve a problem like that? Is to employ the services of fantastic speechwriters. The U.S. Treasury Secretary says, I'll be coming up to make public statements. You say, okay, great. She talks to her speechwriter. This is what I have in my mind. These are my thoughts. So the speechwriter gets into her mind and he says or writes the right words. All she just does, she shows up and she opens her mouth and she makes the statements and she walks away. Is that straightforward? You send the right message to the investors. You send the right messages to the guys that are interested in buying. It is that simple. Look at what happened. I was looking at the trends in Wall Street. I mean, things were not going well. My namesake came forward and he made some comments. He made some statements. When Jerome was done making statements, his comments, his statements had a positive impact. The markets, they responded positively to Jerome. That's exactly what I mean. Now, there are so many things that investors look out for. One of them is economic indicators. So when I say economic indicators, I'm talking about inflation. When I say economic indicators, I'm talking about unemployment figures. When I'm talking about economic indicators, I'm talking about the rates, the manufacturing figures, consumption figures, production figures, and all of that. Now, these are, even the GDP is also part of it. Now, these are some of the things that investors look at. When they look at it, it gives them an idea of the direction the economy is headed. It's like a doctor taking a pulse of a sick patient. So when he takes the pulse, he gets a message, he gets an idea. So that's exactly how investors think. They're looking at some of these things. And when they look at some of these things, they get a feel. They can project. See, from what we have seen, we can project. From what we have seen, we can think about the future events. From what we have seen, we can predict that things might happen like this, like that, like that. So it is the job of the key stakeholders to step forward and allay those fears. It is the job of the key stakeholders to step forward and say those right words. You know, I've always given this hint that these guys, they just need to be like me and preach the good news. You know, I described the president of America, Joe Biden, as the chief motivational speaker of the U.S. markets. So when I talk about being the chief motivational speaker of the U.S. stock markets, I'm talking about not just cryptocurrency. When you talk about markets, you have so many markets. You have stock markets, you have commodities markets, you have Bitcoin, you have cryptocurrencies. So when these guys come up to make statements, it should be generic. It should be statements made with a view on all the markets. Stop singling one and giving us your own viewpoint. That is exactly what Bill Gates should be doing. That's exactly what what's his name? Elon Musk should be doing. That is exactly what guys with personal interests in the markets should be doing, not the key stakeholders. So you see, that's the reason why I say speech writing will solve the problem. With good speech writers, these problems are solved. They just get into their minds and they come up with the right words. So with the right words, they say the right things. The good news, the message, the good news is being preached. Then the markets begin to respond. Now, as far as I'm concerned, we are interested in America sustaining the tempo. We're interested in America sustaining the momentum. The reason is very simple, because America holds the keys. Now, when you say America holds the keys, you are indirectly saying whatever happens in America has the capacity to rub off on other countries or on other nations. So when the bulls are raging in Wall Street, the Asian market looks at it and says, oh, we like it when the bulls are raging. So they get ready to also rally. The markets get ready. Look at the markets in India, for instance. I mean, analysts, economists, they have given their own take. They said it defies their own economic projections. You're having high valuations. You are having stocks rising beyond values that you can't dream of. Stocks are becoming overpriced. So these are some of the things that we need to consider. The ball is in the court of the key stakeholders. You know, they become alive to their responsibilities. Then they guard their utterances. You know, they They make statements that is geared towards all the markets. They make statements that is geared towards what do you call it? The fast global economic recovery. Look at what's happening in the oil market. You're having the oil market rally, and the rally is continuing. See, prices of world oil about $65. You know, it tells you that those guys they're conscious. They know exactly what to do. So that is the more reason why America should also be conscious. You know, by being conscious, they guide their utterances, and they say the right things that would propel, support, and sustain the global economic recovery. So we're talking about guiding our utterance. So I'm going to end with one of the utterances of, or one of the words of Richard Quest. Richard Quest is a CNN presenter. If Richard Quest comes to present his show, he does not miss it. There's something he always say I like so much. Richard Quest would always choose to end with some lines that are fantastic. Richard Quest will say, whatever you do today, I hope it's profitable. That's a fantastic thing to say to an investor. You know, the investor might invest in Bitcoin, but you don't talk about Bitcoin. You know, the investor might invest in stocks, but you don't talk about stocks. You know, the investor might invest in commodities, but you don't talk about commodities. What did you say? In the words of Richard Quest, whatever you do today, I hope it's profitable.